Oh.
Frank Wazicki said, my name is Bob Pauser, and I'm the warranty manager for the Oshkosh Construction Models. I know what you're thinking. Just had a plant tour, fine meal, and now they're going to bore us to death with warranty administration. Well, the good news is I'm not going to talk about warranty this evening. The bad news is I've been tasked with presenting a small slide presentation on a subject that you may find equally drab and mundane. Therefore, we have taken some liberties to enliven tonight's subject. Our presentation will attempt to commemorate a soon-to-be-completed 22-year career in sales and aftermarket support for Oshkosh and McNeilus. Career of James Evan Diehl.
That's not a warranty, isn't it?
As many of you know, Jim has attempted to end his active employment with the company on numerous occasions. Even protesting in downtown Rochester as he was nearing retirement.
Barack Obama in the background?
Those pleas had fallen on deaf ears until now, with Jim planning a July termination of his vibrant career. But let us examine Jim Diehl, where he came from, and who he has become. Jim was born in Mark Center, Ohio, as best we can tell, near the turn of the 20th century.
He lied, I thought he was in Hicksville.
Born to Robert and Marion Diehl, Jim had a normal childhood growing up in Hicksville, Ohio, which might explain Jim's penchant for plaid and checkered shirts. Early on, I'm going to have to talk without a mic here. Early on, Jim showed an attraction for water and liquids in general. This explains Jim's inclination in later years for surrounding himself with frothy, quench-thirsting cans and bottles of fermented alcoholic beverages brewed from malt and flavored with hops. Jim was a popular guy at Fairview High, here surrounded by his friends. No, Jim has already developed a curled lip during his formative years from sample local ales from the Buckeye and Hudipole breweries. Jim was involved in sports at Fairview. Here's Jim driving on a taller opponent. Now, you and I know that when the caption says creating sportsmanship, the team probably didn't win too many games. But let's not be judgmental. Let's see what we've uncovered from Jim's Fairview Apache yearbook. Jim Diehl. The high respect that he commands from his teammates, opponents, coaches, and all interested Fairview boosters makes him a natural captain. A deadly set shot, a hard-driving jumper, and brilliant ball handling typify his all-around stellar play. This is the part I like. Good even on his bad night, tremendous when he's on, a little fellow, but as good a guard as you will ever hope to see. 4-year letterman.
There was only 17 in
Now, we believe that the copywriter for the yearbook was Jim's girlfriend at the time, which would explain some of the verbiage, good even on his bad night, tremendous when he's on. Jim was on the Apache baseball squad as well.
Notice the cornfield in the back.
Here's what it says in the yearbook for his baseball career. A 4-year letterman, Jim developed in one of the outstanding shortstops in the area, frequently roving far and wide to rob opponents of sure-based hits. His sensational play in the field commanded respect from all his teammates and made him a natural leader for the squad. Although not a high-average hitter, Jim was ever dangerous at bat and always hit the ball somewhere. This is pointed out by the fact that no opposing pitcher succeeded in striking him out during his senior year. When the chips were down, Jim was usually there to make the big play. Further investigation and clarification by retired coach Ward Fritz offered little Jimmy Diehl late-inning utility replacement, as best I can remember. I think he only had 3 at-bats all season, and 2 of them were groundouts to the pitcher. Jim graduated from Fairview and moved on to Defiance College.
Freshman 15.
Believe it or not, he did that in a basketball scholarship. Jim majored in English at Defiance. Although from this photo, we would have thought it was interior design, since his shirt and jacket matched the wallpaper on the wall. Now, we do not have any further photos from Jim's days at Defiance. But we were sent this picture from a recent class reunion that Jim attended. Jim's the one on the left.
Nice pocket protection.
After Defiance College, Jim enrolled in the Navy Nuclear Submarine School, where he graduated in nuclear engineering. The Navy seemed to bring out the best in Jim, converting him from one cocky dude to a lean, mean fighting machine. Seen here waiting in the clear, clean waters of Lake Erie. Jim, however, maintained some of his earlier habits for sampling various libations and developed some new habits as well. It is